Hey there. Welcome to Deliberate Women's Devotional for the week of May 30th. I'm Mandy. I am going to talk today about stepping up. And I don't know, maybe you've been there. You have good news, you have bad news, you have a problem, you want to vent, you're frustrated, you're upset. What do? Pick up the phone and call your friend, or you call this person in your life who you can confide in, who's always there for you, who's supportive, who gives you great advice, who will just listen, kind of maybe even mentor you. Usually we all have somebody like that. But I had an experience recently where I had someone in my life exactly like that. I would confide in them about a lot of things. The first person I would call, sometimes multiple times a day, and we had a really strong relationship, and I really counted on this person to be many things in my life. And through just lots of different changes and just on both sides, lots of different changes and life moving. That person was no longer that person for me. And that was really, really hard for me to kind of get used to that idea that when I had a question, when I was frustrated, sad, upset, good news, bad news, I no longer had that person to just pick up the phone and call and talk to as easily as I had before. So I wonder if you have ever been in that place where you've had someone like that who fulfills that need for you, and then they're gone for whatever reason. And it doesn't have to be something negative. Sometimes just life changes and people change and situations change, and that availability isn't always there. So I'm wondering if you've ever felt like you're on an island. Like I did. I kind of felt like I was on an island. I had no one that I could really talk to about the deeper things. And it was during that time, which I wish that I could say that it was super fast that I came to this conclusion, but it was years, that I realized God is always there. And that is such a very cliche kind of thing to say. And it was very difficult for me at times because I'm thinking, yeah, but I don't hear him audibly. I don't see him visibly. I don't feel him. I can't sit across from him or even talk on the phone to him and have that immediate audible response that I had with this other person. But I'm learning that's okay. Oftentimes, I believe in my life, I don't know that I can say this for everyone, but that God has changed situations for me or allowed situations to change, allowed people to be removed from my life in one way or another because I was relying on them to fulfill a position that really only God can fulfill. Now, God did say in Genesis 2 that it is not good for man to be alone, and that's why he created Eve for Adam. So I believe that God definitely wants us to have companionship and friendship. Absolutely. We are not meant to live on islands, really. And he really is all about community. And in Acts, you read about the first church and how they were building this community. And, they went so far as to even divide up what the things that they owned and their money, and they cared for one another. So definitely, I think community is high on God's priority list for us. However, when we begin to take people in our lives and replace God with those people as far as meeting our needs for significance and guidance and mentorship, then I think that's when we get into trouble. And I believe that for me in particular, when this person was kind of taken out of that role for me, that was my opportunity to step up. That was God saying, you're on, you've relied on this person. You've relied on all these other people to help you make these decisions. And so here you go, kid. Dress rehearsal's over. This is it. And it was really difficult in the beginning, but I have to say that through the opportunity given to me, through what was really a very sad time for me, I was able to soak in God's word so much more because I only had him to turn to at that point. I mean, did I have my husband? Yes, I did. But this person that I would regularly go to for different things, as a friend, as a confidant, I had to go to God for those things. And that was a good thing because it really gave me a passion for his word. It gave me more of an appreciation for how he directs my life and answers my prayers. And it really gave me an opportunity to spread my wings and to live out all these things that I've been learning from him. And it also gave me a chance to grow other relationships that probably wouldn't have had the opportunity to grow had that other person stayed such a prominent figure in the forefront of my life. And so I'm really thankful for all of that. And sometimes those relationships won't go back to what they were. Sometimes they'll be better. And sometimes they're in our lives for a season, and that season moves past us. I'm happy to report that in my situation, that relationship is rebuilding, and I think it'll be different, but I think it'll actually be better. And so I just want to offer you encouragement right now. If you're going through something like that, if there's a relationship that is soured, if you face conflict that you just can't move past, if things have changed in one or the both of your lives that just make it a different kind of dynamic, a different relationship, I just want you to rest in God. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will make your path straight. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. God tells us even things we don't understand that don't make sense, and I'll add in that don't feel good all the time. Trust in God and he'll guide us. He'll direct us. He'll never lead us wrong. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you back here next Thursday.